Hey guys, welcome back to the Letterhead Studios and more Trails in the Sky. I want to address a couple of things before we get started. I'm going to be changing the format a little, and the first thing I'm going to do is remove the face cam for the following reason. The second thing that I am changing is that I was recording Tuesday night, and after the second hour of recording, my voice was just giving out on me. And I think it's partially due to that journalist dude having the voice that I gave him, and it might be because of the way that I voice Estelle, which may not be the healthiest manner to do so. I'm always going to be here commenting on everything that I see, but the difference here is I won't be actively reading the dialogue. With rest and recovery being an aspect, and the fact that I'm a little concerned about my voice because it feels a little weird all of a sudden, I'm probably going to make this the last text-based game that I play for a while until I've had enough considerable time not playing those type of games to allow my voice to kind of recover. I care a lot about my voice, and I really enjoy singing. I may not be the best at it, but I need to protect this. And the only way to do that is to take my time with this and make sure that I take care of my voice and keep myself healthy, because there's a lot of different factors. Basically, the reason I'm getting rid of the face cam is so that whenever I go back and I add voices in post, it doesn't look really weird hearing my voice or my voices not coming out of my mouth, or coming out of my mouth but out of sync, because that's a little weird to some people, and it's weird to me, even though I don't focus on my face cam very much. But that's the other thing, I don't really focus on my face cam very much, so I think we should just focus more on the game and less on me and beautiful background over here. Point is, I'm going to be taking this a little bit slower. I'm still going to do it because I want to. This is performance-based, and that's very important to me. So the other change, of course, is I'm only going to be giving specific voices to portrait characters, with the exception of Ina, who I never bothered giving a voice to. So, yeah. I'm only going to give voices to specific portraited characters, and I might have to change them if they become difficult to perform. Otherwise, I'll still perform them with slight modifications to make it easier on my voice, but do it at a slower pace. So, thank you very much for listening to me ramble on for about 4 or 5 minutes, and I hope you understand. But without further ado, let's get to it. Hello there. Are you headed for Bose?
We are, but how did you know we weren't just visiting again?
Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. Exponentially more than usual.
Is that because flights have been suspended in the airspace over Bose?
That's exactly what's happened.
Well, the Royal Army is responsible for all the restricted flights.
Oh, and another thing. Traffic through this checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you'll have to get a pass from the chief warrant officer next door.
Okay.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua too.
Hello, Mr. Ashton.
And this is Charizard, if I remember correctly, right?
Good afternoon, sir. We'd like to cross over into the Bose region, so we were wondering about getting a pass.
Let me guess, this is something to do with the Lind.
Yeah.
Goodness, Cassius was aboard. This is major. I'll issue you a pass right away.
Thank you, sir. But is it all right if you issue us a pass just like that?
What are you talking about? I know you kids by face. And as a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with the Bracer Guild. But one more thing.
Huh?
Be careful if you have any errands at the Haken Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers there.
What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I can't say any more about the matter. But if you do intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray to Ay Dios for Cassius's safe return.
All right, we got one.
Well, that was quick. Okay then, how about I open the gate for you? All right, you're clear to go on through. Once you cross over, you won't be able to come back unless you get a pass from the other side. Please be aware of that before you cross.
Got it.
Okay, guys. So we crossed the Vert Bridge, and we need to ignore this path right here, and that path right there. So avoid all the signs that say north, and then just keep heading west to Bose. Should be about 3 or 4 screens. Thankfully, this type of plant enemy does not self-destruct.
Alright, we're good to go.
I don't know what this thing's capable of, but I know if I can get all of them to attack before it has a chance, we're good.
We're good to go!
Well, if it isn't Charizard, how have you been?
Fine. I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to?
As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. I'm sure that you've heard all about the airliners being grounded after the Lind incident, right? Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport.
I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated.
So, how about yourself? What are you doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident.
That was the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of?
Well, I think it would be best if you spoke with Legrand about it at the Bose branch. Anyway, I've got to get going. Catch you later.
First Mr. Ashton and now him. Everyone keeps hinting at something, but no one will just come out and say it.
Well, there must be good reason for it, and we'll probably find our answer at the Bose branch.
Agreed. If we do as he suggests and ask Legrand about it, we may just get a clue.
Okay, little mole guy. We're just gonna do our best to make sure we take care of it before we figure out what it can do to us.
Seems you came up short. Oh, are we done already?
Alright, we're finally here.
We finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, This definitely looks like a city.
Of the 5 major cities in Liberal, this one comes next after the Royal City. Compared to Roland, the buildings are all made of stone and seem a lot bigger.
Does anyone have any idea what that huge building is over there?
That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry goods, furniture, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy anything except weapons and ornaments.
It's not surprising that they call this place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping.
Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on. Oh, Sherazad, you arrived a lot sooner than I expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Roland. It's been a while, hasn't it, Legrand? Did someone tell you that we were coming ahead of time? Yes, I received a call from Aina not that long ago. So that means these 2 kids are Cassius's children.
Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you, sir. I'm Estelle Bright.
And I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I'm Legrand, and I oversee Beau's branch. Your father and I go way back. Please just call me Legrand.
Sure, we'll do that. That said, could you give us a quick update on the missing airliner incident?
About that, the Royal Army is continuing its search. However, with the Army's current restriction of information, no public updates have been made. Not only has the general public been kept in the dark, but the Guild hasn't heard a word either.
Why not? Aren't the Army and the Guild supposed to work together?
Well, that's the way it is on the surface anyway. But in actuality, there are a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects. So pretty much what you're saying is, it's a bunch of jurisdictional disputes, right? I hate to admit it, but that's the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved. Did you just say General Morgan? Great, now it looks like things are going to be a pain.
General Morgan? Who's that?
He's famous for repelling the Imperial Army's invasion 10 years ago. You should have read about him in the history books.
Amazingly enough, I don't recall the name. So what's the big deal with this famous guy anyway?
From what I've heard, he's not the biggest fan of the Bracer Guild. Hates them, in fact. It seems he makes it a point to routinely assert that there's no need for them.
Seems like a real whack job to me. So what you're saying is that we're not getting any information because of him?
That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that Bracers are being prohibited from entering the regions they are investigating. And because of that, it's causing conflicts with our other work.
But we just came all the way from Roland. If that's the way it's gonna be, then it's time to duel it out with this general to decide who gets to investigate.
You're talking like a crazy person, Estelle. Keep your cool, Bracer. There are other ways. Such as the request we just received from the mayor concerning the incident. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side, separate from the army.
Well, that's encouraging news. If it's an official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't that perfect timing? Legrand will accept the mayor's request.
Our names go here, and... Alright, it looks like everything is in order. Junior Bracers is still in Joshua. As of this day at 15:20, your registration at Bose has been approved. That means you're now a member of the Bose branch.
So you know, once you become a senior bracer, you can do any job without being registered to any specific branch. But on the flip side, your duties and responsibilities increase as well.
Understood.
So we're still newbies.
Well, it looks like I'll be able to entrust you with the mayor's request. The mayor's residence is near the west gate. You should go there, talk to her directly. Okay, so while we're here, why not just collect a couple more quests? And just do them as we go.
Wow, now isn't this a gorgeous place? Check out that crazy expensive looking chandelier.
Calm down, Estelle.
It looks like this is the mayor's place, all right. Now, I just wonder if she's home.
Oh, do we have visitors? Welcome to the Bose Mayor's residence. May I ask who you are, please?
We're with the Bracer Guild. The mayor made a request to the guild, and we've come to inquire about the details.
Well, I've heard from the mayor that we would be expecting you. However, I'm sorry to inform you that the mayor is currently out at the moment. She has gone to worship at the chapel.
When do you expect her back, sir?
Let me see. Actually, I would imagine she would be making her return any moment now.
Well, we're kind of in a hurry to meet her. Do you think it would be alright to call on her at the chapel?
Well, I don't wish to inconvenience you.
Don't worry, it would probably save the both of us some trouble. But if you don't mind me asking, what does the mayor look like?
How would I describe her? Should I say she looks splendid, or should I say beautifully mature? If she could find the right man, then I could retire in peace.
Huh?
Never mind. I was just thinking out loud. Ah, yes, this may help. The mayor has a maid accompanying her. That might be the easiest way to find her. The mayor's being accompanied by a maid. Sounds easy enough.
Let's hurry. Oh, there you are. You're the maid we've been looking for. And you are?
Estelle, that wasn't very polite. My apologies, we're with the Bracer Guild. We're looking for the mayor so we can confirm the details of a job she requested.
Oh, I see. Please let me introduce myself. I'm her maid, Lila. I see to the mayor's daily needs. Being served hand and foot, huh? The worlds we live in are really different. So where's the mayor, if you don't mind me asking? Didn't she come here to pray? She's playing hooky from her religious duties. Huh? I'm sure she's probably in the middle of inspecting the situation in the market. She took off telling me to pray for her too.
I don't know how I should say this, but the mayor seems like she's got a unique personality. Doesn't she sound interesting? Even if it weren't the mayor, I'd be kind of intrigued.
There's no doubt she is a capable person, although she does have a bit of an unrestrained aspect to her. Anyway, I'm on my way to meet her right now. I don't mean to sound impolite, but would you mind waiting at her residence? I don't know how to feel about going back empty-handed. Would it be alright if we came along with you instead? Come with me to meet the mayor? I guess it's okay. Let's make our way over to the market then.
Oh boy, maid in tow. Let's go to the market. Oh no.
Wow, this place is really huge. I wonder where the mayor is. Well, she does stand out in a crowd, so I'm sure you'll find her right away. Oh, just as I thought.
The two of you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. Trying to force up the price of food at a time like this by buying it all up? You're not fit to be merchants in Bose. But ma'am, we were just thinking about how to increase sales for the Bose market in general. I don't want to hear any more from you. If it were other products, it would be a different story, but making undue profits on necessities will lead to negative publicity. Return those goods to their original price at once. All right, we'll do as you say. Now, I don't doubt your passion for the Bose market, but I want you to understand this. Commerce, when you get right down to it, is the established relationship of trust between people, and believe me, if you do business with that in mind, you can become wonderful merchants. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. Actually, you did a wonderful job as always. But never mind that, these people are here to see you. Please come back home immediately. Oh, that emblem is...
Could you be the bracers I requested?
Yep, that's us, but...
So does that mean you're...
Oh, forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Maybelle. I'm the owner of the market and the mayor of the Bose region.
She's both the mayor and the... Wow!
This restaurant looks super expensive. Are we really going to have a meeting here? I often use this place for business meetings. The food is quite good, too.
I tell you what, though, I had heard the mayor of Bose was a woman. But I never imagined you would be this young.
Actually, I still feel like I'm nothing more than an unworthy successor to my father. My late father was the previous mayor, and all I did was inherit the rights to the Bose Market and the political foundation which he set up.
Oh. Guess that makes sense.
That's a rather unvarnished self-evaluation if I ever heard one. After all, I'm just the daughter of a businessman, so there's no sense in getting high hat about that. But anyway, would it be alright to go over the details of my request with you again? Sure, that'd be fine. Well, what I would like to ask that you do is investigate the disappearance of the missing airship and bring closure to the incident. I'm of the opinion that bracers would bring about much more desirable results concerning the incident than the Army is currently producing. The reason being, we're not fighting a war, we're trying to find answers. I don't suppose you could pull the mayor card for us, could you? Maybe show the Army who's running the show? Excluding bracers, This must have something to do with General Morgan, then. That man has disliked bracers from the beginning. So you know who the general is, Mayor Maybelle? He was a friend of my late father's. Tentatively speaking, we have a passing acquaintance with one another. So, I may just be able to do something for you. I guess this should be sufficient. Here, please take this with you. What's this letter for? It's a letter of request to General Morgan. It is to inform him of my request for information about the incident as the official responsible for the region. Alright everyone, I'm counting on you. You just leave everything to us. If we find out anything, we'll come and let you know. I'll be looking forward to some good news. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Alrighty. Truer words could not have been spoken. I am ready to get the show on the road. So, in the next episode, we're gonna head our merry way off to the gate and talk to this general dude and investigate what the heck might have happened. So, until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you all in the next one. So, until then, stay tuned.